It's great to be here in Durham. It's a privilege from the start to play in this tournament, and we're excited to be here. Certainly, we played a great baseball game. That started with Nick Parker going out there and throwing 7 innings and shutting down arguably the best offense in this league, and so that was outstanding. He was really, really great, and pitching 7 innings. Knowing what we have in front of us was huge for us, so we'd have everybody available for tomorrow out of our bullpen. And we settled in the game really good. The first 3 innings, there was not much going on, and our guys made some really nice adjustments at the plate. I think about O'Farrell and O'Donnell and Casey here, the adjustments that they made throughout the game, getting inside the baseball, hitting the ball the other way. And the 5th inning where we scored 8 runs, we have done a lot this year with 2 outs and having big rallies. And I think 5 or 6 of those 8 runs were with 2 outs, and a lot of guys with some really clutch at bats and being opportunistic and continue to capitalize on it. So overall, just a great game, and we're looking forward to 3 p.m. tomorrow against a very, very good North Carolina team.
Start with Kip.
Yep. Kip Coons, Sparks View. Brian, I have to ask you, you recall the last time you opened the ACC tournament by run ruling Georgia Tech?
I don't. When was it?
2015.
2015. Okay.
It's a good year.
All right. That ended up being a good year. Okay. And we run rule Georgia Tech. Yeah, that's right.
Josh Spores.
Yeah, Josh Spores. Geez. Certainly that was a great run that year, and so every team's different, and this team candidly has a lot of very similar qualities to that team. We've got that kind of grit and that fight and that kind of offensive ball club that we had on that team that year. So thanks for reminding me of that. Feels like it was so long ago, but certainly proud of that.
If I could sneak in one more on Nick. 3rd inning, you've got bases loaded and a 3-0 lead, but a base hit's going to change the complexion of the game completely. You get the double play, first of 3. How big was that a turning point for you just to go forward?
Yeah, I think it was just something for us to, he came out, Coach Joe came out, had the mound visit, and, it was more of just managing the situation and not letting things kind of spiral out. And so made an aggressive pitch and got the ground ball. I was just trying to manage the situation as always.
Coach, over the last 7 games since the break, the bottom of your lineup has been hitting extremely well. Can you just talk about what's different about the way they're hitting now and just everything they're doing as an offense?
Yeah, well, it certainly the depth of our lineup is really one of our strengths. A lot is be talked about our marquee players, and Teal and Geloff and the kind of years they're having, but we wouldn't be where we're at right now and having 45 wins without, all 9 guys that are in that lineup every day, and the depth and the, whether it's Casey picking somebody up in front of him and driving in a couple of runs, or, Colin Tuft, Henry Godbout, the year Anthony Stefan's had has been really impressive. The 2-strike triple he had in that 8-run inning was huge to really kind of break it open a little bit. And so we've been really as good as the last 2 weeks is as good as we've played all year, and that's what you want. That's what you're striving for. Certainly there was a 2 or 3 week period there that we had a little bit of lull, and our guys continued to grind and knew that our time was coming to play our best baseball, and this is right now is when you want to do that. And so our plan is to continue the same approach that we've had the last couple of weeks, and hopefully that we're rewarded for that.
Nick, it's pretty tough to face a lineup like Georgia Tech twice in a week, and first time out you had to grind a bit. Can you walk us through the adjustments you made to improve upon your last start against them?
Yeah, I think we had a good chance to watched some video of stuff that we had done the week prior, and I felt like I definitely could have had better stuff from week to week. So I felt like I was in a good position to keep trending as we have over the past couple weeks, even as a team. But I felt like I was trending back in the right direction again, and felt like my stuff could be better, and I could have been a little bit better, do things, get a little bit more ahead, be a little bit more aggressive this week. So those were kind of my focuses, just kind of getting ahead and being aggressive.
Real quick, Coach, a couple weeks ago we talked about the Louisville series. You mentioned the starting pitching plan with a playoff mentality. Are you still thinking about Connolly early tomorrow, or you got everyone available to go? Is it still the plan to probably go early, or is Edgington in the conversation?
Connolly early will start tomorrow against North Carolina, and he's earned that. He's been one of our most consistent pitchers all year long. We have, putting Jack O'Connor, who started all year, into our bullpen, I think has really strengthened us. And, having this approach other than who's going to start game one and Nick and holding back Connolly early, everybody else on the pitching staff is available. And so we'll have everybody except Nick Parker available tomorrow to do everything we can to try to win that game, to give ourselves a chance to get to Saturday.
Casey, Coach talked about maybe the little lull this team hit in April, I think, and I'm just kind of curious for your take on how you guys have found your stride again. Coming out. I know baseball's a long season, there's ups and downs, but what do you think has been kind of the key for this lineup to get into this kind of beast mode right now?
Sure, yeah. I think that little rough patch that we went through as a team, I think that happens. It's part of a season. And I think, recently, the last couple of weeks, we've just been doing a good job of, working early and really just seeing pitches well and trying to put some bigger swings on the ball and do some damage. I think we have the right mentality as an offense the last few weeks. And like Coach said, we have a lot of depth in our lineup, and I'm just really happy to see us doing big things as of right now.
Yeah, Casey and then Oak can weigh in as well. Going off of that, and then also tapping onto the 2015 team. I mean, run ruling a team in the first game of pool play, what kind of statement does that make going into the rest of the tournament?
Yeah, I think that makes a huge statement. Obviously that's what you strive to do. Score a lot of runs and limit them to as few as they could possibly have, and that's what we did today. Thanks to Nick Parker, I feel very safe having him on the mound, and we just let our offense work, and I'm really glad that we were able to do that today.
I'd just say that, certainly we don't go into any game thinking about run rule and all that. I don't even know if the players knew that there was a run rule in the tournament other than the championship game. We don't talk about it. We talk about having the right approach every day, depending on who we're facing, dictates what that approach is offensively. And so just, we were very, very opportunistic, right? We got guys on, guys got big hits. O'Donnell's home run with 2 strikes was really impressive. Ethan Anderson on a 3-2 count hits a ball out the other way. Casey battled up there throughout the lineup. What impresses me most as a coach is their first couple at bats as individual players maybe don't go so great, but then the adjustment that they make throughout the game, and that's what today was about. O'Farrell, O'Donnell, Casey Saucke, other guys maybe didn't have the best at-bats in the first 3 innings, but the next time it came around in their third at-bat, man, were they locked in and made some really great adjustments. Now, Kyle Teal was locked in all day from the first at-bat he had and really inspired us with that 2-run home run to dead center field. That was as impressive as thing as I've seen in this ballpark. You can pull home runs or hit balls over the bowl, but hit a ball to dead center on a line like that is incredibly impressive. So.
Get Aaron and then Ara.
Coach, just to follow up on that, Teal, I know we've talked about it 100 times, but I mean, the season that he's had, as a catcher back there every day and improving the way it sounds like he has, and to put the numbers that he has, and then to come to the conference tournament and show out like this, how do you put all of that kind of into context?
Well, I'd start off by saying none of it surprises any of us sitting up here. He's extremely talented, but his greatest quality is that he comes with enthusiasm to the ballpark every day, loves to play. And it's incredibly refreshing. It's fun to coach. It's fun to be around. That's a quality that he's always brought for 3 years. And you combine that with the ability that he has, it makes a special player. Never wants to come out of the game, wants to catch every inning of the doubleheader, and it's impressive. I love it. I love being around it. I know the other guys would say the same thing, and again, I'd say you combine that with the skill set, it's very, very rare.
Coach, I know it was a long time ago, but when you took 2 of 3 from Carolina and Chapel Hill, in the third game, they shut you out, and then Jake Knapp started that game, and he's starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that game and the series?
Well, we had won the first 2, and certainly it was a hard-fought series. That North Carolina's got a really good ball club, and Knapp's good. So we'll after this is over, we'll turn our attention to what our approach needs to be against him. And I anticipate tomorrow being a great ball game, a great atmosphere, and a hard-fought game. And somebody will come out on top, but I know our guys will give everything they have and be ready to play. And we look forward to that opportunity and to compete again.
Get 2 more Monty and Greg.
Nick, I saw you smile a little bit when you mentioned Kyle Teal. I just wanted to get your thoughts on, I know you've played with a lot of catchers, what it means to have him behind the plate and kind of, handling the pitching staff.
It's very comforting to have him back there. I mean, there's not a time where you can't throw anything, and you can kind of throw pretty far out there, and he's going to stop it for you. And just like Oak said, the energy he brings back there, it transpires to you on the mound. He has all the confidence in you, and I have all the confidence in him that he's always going to get the job done, and it helps a lot having his attitude back there.
Makes it fun.
Oh yeah, makes it a lot of fun.
And Nick, let me also ask you, we talked about the hitting and we talked about the pitching, but can you talk about the defense that you're playing, that's playing behind you right now?
Yeah, I mean, it saves you a lot. I mean, you talk about 3 double plays in one game. I mean, that really keeps your pitch count down, just does everything. I mean, the defense is just all over the place, and it just makes pitching like contact a lot easier because you know that they're going to go out there. You can be a lot more aggressive on the mound because you know that they're going to make plays for you. And that's what's just great about our team is everyone's picking each other up right now, right when you need it.
Gentlemen, thank you.